The August sun blazed over Crescent Meadows, my vibrant suburb alive with bustling markets and the hum of community pride. I was at Crescent Meadows Bank, depositing Meadow Mart's weekend earnings, when a tense scene unfolded at the counter. A bank manager, prodded by HOA tyrant Karen Miller, was refusing service to a man in a red MAGA hat, snapping, "Your hat's causing a disturbance, leave." Karen, lurking nearby, had whispered lies about customer complaints, her smirk betraying her glee. Karen, who'd sabotaged a flight, called cops on Senator Ellison, and attacked my mom, was now meddling in a bank on county land outside her HOA's reach. She thought the man's MAGA hat made him an easy target, oblivious that he was Edward Langston, the billionaire owner of Crescent Meadows Bank. I'm Sarah, the farmer, Meadow Mart owner, conservationist, and SWAT trainer who defeated Karen 15 times. When the manager turned Langston away, I whipped out my phone, filming, knowing this was her undoing. Langston, unfazed, adjusted his hat and said, "Check the board directory." Karen's confidence wavered. She hadn't clocked his power. This wasn't just a service denial. It was Karen's reckless overreach, blind to Langston's authority and my ever-present dashcam, set up for bank runs. My pulse quickened, but a grin spread. She'd pushed a manager to snub the bank's owner, and I was about to turn her stunt into a viral reckoning that would bankrupt her schemes and boost Crescent Meadows' spirit. What unfolded wasn't just Karen's embarrassment. It was a masterclass in justice, corporate clout, and community unity that left her jobless, the HOA's influence obliterated, and our town stronger. Langston's MAGA hat wasn't just a statement. It was her trap, and the bank's boardroom was calling. Karen's meddling had targeted the wrong tycoon, and the vault of justice was about to open. Crescent Meadows was a liberated suburb, its painted storefronts, quirky lawns, and my Meadow Mart cafe a bold defiance of Karen Miller's HOA tyranny. Once crushed by bans on flashy signs and unruly plants, it now thrived, with my 50-acre state lease farmland and county land businesses like Crescent Meadows Bank as its core. The bank, on unincorporated county land, was HOA exempt, a financial hub for locals. I'm Sarah, the farmer, conservationist, SWAT trainer, and Meadow Mart owner who'd crushed Karen 15 times, buying Meadow Mart after a farm stand ban, exposing her assault on Lily, stopping her fishing derby, evicting her fishing club, jailing fake HOA cops, rallying for a pilot's defiance, retrieving my tow tractor, shutting down her cop call on my fence, backing Ibrahim Traore, ejecting her, security patrol, protecting the Thompsons, winning court for my wrecked car, defending my mom's cold stand, exposing her 911 call on Senator Ellison, and grounding her airline stunt. My bank visits were routine, my dashcam always rolling for safety. Karen Miller, mid-50s, was a fading bully, her clipboard a weak prop for her control obsession. Exiled, jailed, and bankrupted, she'd infiltrated the bank, feeding lies to the manager, Greg Patel, 38, a new hire eager to assert authority. Karen claimed Edward Langston, 60, in his MAGA hat, was upsetting clients, unaware he was the bank's reclusive billionaire owner, a Republican financier who'd founded it decades ago. Langston, low-key despite his wealth, was there to check branch operations, unrecognized by Patel. Key allies included my mother, Ellen, a sharpshooter organizer, Tom, my biologist friend who monitored my lake, Linda, the councilwoman who backed my fights, Lily, my waitress-turned-leader, and the Thompsons, especially Dr. James Thompson. Deputy Harris, my SWAT friend, was on call, and the Crescent Meadows Forum, our digital pulse, would amplify the story. Langston's CFO, Diane Holt, was reachable, ready to call the board. The setting was a busy August morning in 2025 at Crescent Meadows Bank, a sleek building with glass counters and bustling tellers. Karen, loitering, spotted Langston's MAGA hat and urged Patel to act, claiming policy violations. Patel, unaware of Langston's identity, denied him service, demanding he leave. My dashcam, clipped to my bag for bank runs, caught every word. Karen's interference was baseless. Hats weren't banned, and the bank was county land. Her ignorance of Langston's power was her fatal flaw. This wasn't just a bank dispute. It was Karen's final attack on Crescent Meadows' freedom. For me, it was a chance to protect Langston, expose her meddling, and unite our community. As I filmed, I knew this fight would echo our victories and redefine our town's strength. Karen's bank stunt was a fiasco unfolding. "Your hat's disruptive, leave." Patel, the manager, barked at Langston, parroting Karen's lies about client complaints. Langston, cool in his MAGA hat, replied, "I'm Edward Langston. Check the ownership records." Karen, hovering by a teller, smirked, thinking she'd scored. I filmed, shouting, "This is county land, Karen. You're targeting the bank's owner." Her smirk faltered. She hadn't known Langston's status. I called Harris, who chuckled. "She's messing with Edward Langston? She's broke." Ellen texted my land deed, saying Karen's got no pull. Linda vowed to bring county officials, noting she's harassing a bank titan. Done. I confronted Karen, phone rolling. "You lied to Patel about Langston. This bank's HOA free." She scoffed. "His hat's offensive," waving a fake complaint form. Customers gasped, filming her rant. My forum post ignited. Karen got a bank manager to deny service to the bank's owner over his MAGA hat. "This is county land." Hashtags Karen versus bank and hashtag Protect Langston trended, hitting 500,000 views. Jake, my barista, live streamed from Meadow Mart, showing Langston's bio from the bank site. "Crescent Meadows stands with Langston," he said, hitting 600,000 views. Lily handed out flyers about county land laws, explaining Karen's got no authority. Patel's been tricked. Karen rallied her HOA cronies, a duo with signs, enforce bank standards. But customers drowned them out, chanting Langston's bank. The forum surged, recalling her past, sabotaging a flight, attacking my mom. Hashtag Karen versus bank went national, with a tweet. HOA Karen tricks bank manager to snub owner over MAGA hat. Hashtag epic fail. Diane, Langston CFO, arrived, showing Patel his ID. "That's Mr. Langston, our owner," she said. Patel froze, but Karen urged, "He's trouble." Langston told Patel, "Call the board. I am staying." Harris's cruiser pulled up, lights off. "What's the issue?" he asked, eyeing Karen's form. She claimed Langston's hat violated policy. Langston handed Harris his bank ID, smiling. "I own this vault." Harris checked my dash cam, laughing. "Karen, you're out of line." I live streamed. Karen's lie got Langston denied at his own bank. "She's done." The stream hit 7 million views, with news vans arriving. Comments flooded. "Sarah's got her." "Karen's bankrupt." The Thompsons arrived, James saying she targeted us too. "We're testifying." His federal clout shook Karen's cronies. Linda arrived with a county attorney, announcing Karen's interference is harassment and fraud. The crowd chanted Langston, Langston, as Karen's cronies fled. The forum planned a bank-free day at Meadow Mart with music and financial literacy talks. Karen tried one last lie, claiming the HOA vets bank clients, but Harris showed the bank's county status. Patel, realizing his error, apologized to Langston, who nodded. The stage was set, not just to reinstate Langston, but to crush Karen's schemes and rally Crescent Meadows around his bank. Her meddling was her end, and the vault was his. The bank lobby was a showdown. Karen stood by a teller, trembling, as Harris questioned her. The live stream hit 12 million views, with hashtag Karen versus bank and hashtag Protect Langston trending globally. Customers packed the counters, waving signs. Langston's vault. No, HOA here. News crews broadcast live, anchors calling it an HOA bully versus a bank titan. The air buzzed, and I was ready to cement Langston's victory. Tom addressed the crowd, voice steady. "This bank is on county land, HOA exempt. Karen's lies to Patel are harassment and slander." He showed my deed and Langston's ownership records, proving his authority. Customers gasped, sharing the records online. Ellen handed out flyers, saying, "Sarah and Langston fight for freedom." Karen's trespassing. The forum surged. "Karen's a fraud. Langston's our boss." A viral tweet read, HOA Karen gets bank manager to deny owner over MAGA hat. Doesn't know he's the billionaire. Hashtag Karen versus bank. Karen tried to spin it, shouting, his hat's causing chaos. But Langston stepped forward, voice calm. I'm Edward Langston, and I own this bank. Karen's no authority. Her face collapsed. She hadn't grasped his power. National finance groups joined X, posting, Karen's attack on Langston is a disgrace. Support Crescent Meadows Bank. The Change.org petition, Protect Langston's Bank, hit 700,000 signatures, with comments like Sarah's a legend and Karen's done. Linda spoke to reporters, voice firm. Langston's bank fuels our town, and Sarah's our champion. Karen's lies threaten our community. She announced a council motion to fine the HOA $45,000 and ban bank interference. The crowd roared, chanting bank free. The HOA, gutted by scandals, leaked texts disavowing Karen. She's rogue. Customers blocked her path, demanding justice, as my farm hands guarded the lobby. I grabbed the megaphone, heart racing. Karen thought she could deny Langston over his MAGA hat, but this is county land, and he owns the vault. I proposed a bank-free day at Meadow Mart with financial workshops, music, and a fundraiser for bank staff training, inviting all. The crowd cheered, volunteering to bank with Langston. I shared online. Karen's lie crashed. Join us for Langston's Bank. The live stream hit 18 million views, with hashtag BankFreeDay trending. Comments flooded. Sarah's unstoppable. Langston rules. Karen made a last stand, yelling at Harris, the HOA's above him. But Diane showed Langston's board letter, and Harris held up my dash cam. You're charged with harassment, fraud, and trespass, he said, cuffing her. The crowd parted, phones filming her walk to the cruiser. Jake's stream hit 25 million views, with comments like, bye Karen. Langston's vault. News ran headlines. Bank owner schools, HOA Karen over MAGA hat. Lily organized kids to paint bank strong signs, while Tom tied it to my lake, saying Sarah and Langston protect our wealth. Patel, now contrite, escorted Langston to his office, and customers cheered. Harris secured the lobby, and neighbors deposited in solidarity. Linda promised county funding for a Crescent Vault sign, marking the bank's status. The stage was set for a victory that would shield Langston, end Karen's reign, and show Crescent Meadows' power. Karen was cuffed, but what happened next would shock everyone. The bank lobby pulsed with triumph as Karen was cuffed, her fake form confiscated. The live stream hit 30 million views, with hashtag Karen versus Bank and hashtag Protect Langston trending worldwide. Customers filled the counters, waving Langston's vault signs as news crews filmed. I held a megaphone, my roles as conservation head, stateless C, and SWAT trainer now a ledger. Langston's power our currency, ready to seal Karen's defeat. Harris addressed the crowd, voice commanding. Karen Miller faces charges of harassment, fraud, and trespass, with up to 3 years in jail. The crowd roared, waving bank strong signs. Harris added, this is county land, and Mr. Langston owns this bank. Customers cheered, phones filming for the forum, where comments surged. Karen's broke. Langston's our king. Langston took the stage, MAGA hat on. This bank for everyone, he said. Sarah's fight is ours. He announced a staff retraining fund to prevent such errors, inspired by Crescent Meadows. The crowd chanted Langston, Langston, as kids handed him painted coins, symbols of our win. Tom showed my dash cam, proving Karen's lies. Sarah and Langston stopped a bully, he said, sparking applause. I unveiled a Crescent Vault signed sketch, county-backed, to mark the bank's status. This vault's ours, not Karen's, I said, sharing it online, a bank under a MAGA hat. The forum erupted. Perfect. Langston's legacy. Harris confirmed the evidence. Dashcam, deed, Langston's ID, was airtight. Karen pleaded guilty, facing jail and a town ban. My digital dossier, videos, deed, board statement, was handed to the press, ensuring her conviction. News ran it live. Bank owner crushes HOA Karen's false denial. The crowd surged, music blaring, as bank-free day plans took shape. I gave a mic to Langston, who shone. "This is my bank," he said, hat tilted. "Thank you, Sarah." Customers hugged him, depositing in solidarity. The sign contest launched, with entries flooding the forum. This wasn't just Karen's defeat. It was Crescent Meadows' triumph, proof our wealth could outshine lies. As the vault gleamed, Langston saluted from his office. Karen's conviction was Crescent Meadows' victory. News ran headlines like "Bank Owner Defeats HOA, Karen over MAGA Hat," and "Sarah and Langston Triumph." The live stream hit 100 million views, with hashtag Karen vs. Bank trending for weeks. Fan art of Langston's bank as a freedom fortress flooded the forum, and finance groups invited him to speak. Talk shows called, but Langston stayed grounded, saying, "This is about our community." Bank Free Day was a sensation. Thousands joined, customers' kids, Langston himself, touring bank vaults, dancing, and unveiling the Crescent Vault sign. Meadowmart catered, and Tom led eco talks, tying the bank to my lake's bluefins. The event raised $90,000 for staff training, and state leaders hailed it as a model. The forum buzzed with photos. Langston's vault shines. No more Karens. The HOA was erased. Linda's vote fined at $45,000 and banned bank meddling, with new laws requiring county oversight. Karen got 2 years, was banned from Crescent Meadows, and moved to a city flat, reportedly arguing over fees. Don't Deny Like Karen became a local joke painted on ATMs. Langston's bank thrived, with customers flocking to Edward's vault. Meadowmart and my farm stand soared, the cafe hosting vault nights with music and financial talks. Tourists flocked to Langston's bank, boosting sales. Neighbors brought gifts, mini MAGA hats, coin models, saying Langston and I inspired them. Tom's data showed my lake thriving, celebrated at a community feast. The digital dossier, videos, deed Langston's fund, was studied for bank rights laws, influencing policy. Ellen led bank tours, calling Langston our banker. Lily mentored kids, painting eco signs for the fields. The forum planned a Vault Fest with music, vault tours, and SWAT demos, cementing our spirit. Sarah and Langston turned Karen's lie into our triumph. One post read, "I hired teens to guard the bank, giving them pride." At the fest, under a Vaults Forever banner, Linda toasted, "To Langston, Sarah, and Crescent Meadows, where truth banks." Fireworks burst, kids danced, and Langston's vault gleamed. Karen's meddling had been a spark, but we'd built a legacy. Meadowmart, my farm, and our bank were our stronghold, proof no bully could lock out our spirit. As stars shone, I knew Crescent Meadows would always stand rich, bold, and free.